let's take a look at the data logger. Data logger's got a little pen hiding up in here. And first thing you should know is how to navigate. So the screen button shows you previous and next through the screens, or you can even look at the list. So right now we're on what is called screen 2, which is what I call the main screen, which has the Platinum 1's temperature, Platinum 2 temperatures, and these are just retransmitted from the Watlow touchscreen. The oven's temperature, the heat of the nitrogen, the oven vacuum is transmitted here, and the N2 flow. So this screen pretty much has your 6 main parameters for where the temperatures and the flows and things are occurring. Another screen is basically another 6 channels, and these 6 channels have to do a little bit more with kind of what the process is going on. So this shows you what the vacuum in the turbo is, just for diagnostic uses, and just kind of keep that the same. So right now it's pretty good vacuum because the sampling valve is closed. The next is what the IPA level is and the O2 levels are as they come off the RGA. And these are just in a range of 0 to 100% as defined by the scale on the computer for the output. So we can look at what those outputs are set to right now, but I think they're in a range of 3 decades, so 0 to 100%. And it's pretty much reference only because the set point that you choose on the RGA software is the set point that goes, the relay that goes to the touchscreen that says whether IPA and O2 are safe. So the percentage doesn't mean much if the set point is someplace that doesn't do you any good. So this is just going to be mostly for operators to watch what's going on and data log. The RGA data logs too, so you kind of got a backup here. And then we've got a couple independent thermocouples left over to place on your trays and stuff inside the oven, and that rounds out your 12 channels. The other screens are just sort of different views. This is a view of the first 6-screen channel in a chart style, and let's see, we had one that was kind of in a bar graph sort of style also. So most of the time I'll spend here watching that one and or this one. So another nice feature is the replay feature. So if you hit screen and you hit replay, whatever the current screen you're on switches over to this scrolling screen, and then you have some additional controls that appear, which mostly what you're going to use is the zoom in and zoom out. So if we zoom out, and then we can go backwards in time, kind of get a bird's eye view of what happened here. So you can see the heat coming up on N2 is the blue, and vacuum is probably this one here dropping down, things like that. So it's kind of handy to see. You can even see when the power went off and came back on, and how long the power was off, things like that. And as you scroll your cursor on the screen here, you can see the timestamp, and then the values on the side change to where they're at. So it's a nice little diagnostic tool to see what's happening with your data logger. This is on the network, so it can be configured to be looked at over Ethernet, and then there's a USB port down below. You can put a thumb drive in and download the data that way, and do some remote offline diagnostics later. If you need to get into any of the settings, the main menu has the configuration here and the setup, and you can edit. The inputs come in on the field I/O, and then so they have, you can see analog ins. We have all these channels, 12 channels, and then then they assign a pen, because it's a chart recorder, to each one of those channels also. So there's a couple different configurations. It's already factory configured, and if there's any issues with this, we can help you, or Honeywell can help get that back. And that's about it.